Hello there, Medicine here, and this is a non-BJD autobiography tag video. The original video of this was by Sarah Beating, and I actually saw it on a Simva BJD. I will put the links to the originals below, as well as a Simva's video, because she had added a couple other questions to this video. But this is a video about me and not the doll. Number 1, what are some of your other hobbies? Well, let's see. One of my big hobbies is art. So I've done some artwork in my life. These are like from forever ago. I mean, over 10 years ago, honestly. But I do draw a lot of like my characters. This was a picture I did for my friend who was having a Little Prince themed baby shower. Here's some colored artwork. The character of mine, one of the from a different story that I've been working on, named Damien. He's a demon. And this is Alstar, my doll, this guy. My dolls are something that I really draw a lot of. Not the doll specifically, so much as the characters and other characters from other ideas. Usually, it's not really a hobby, but the other thing that I do a lot of is writing. But we'll get to that in a minute. So that's a big hobby of mine, is drawing. Photography, but it's funny because a lot of the photography is with the doll hobby. I do some photography on the side. Graphic design was something that I was actually doing as a career that's kind of become more of a hobby now. Part of that is my artwork. I do a lot of graphic design with the artwork. And you can see a lot of that on my DeviantArt page. So I blog. My blog is medicine.com. I'm on there sometimes. I try to do it once or twice a month, almost as much as I do videos, but I've been doing the YouTube videos more. So, other collections. Number 2, other collections. Funny enough, some of the things I collect are My Little Pony, My Little Pony. Yes, so I have a whole My Little Pony collection in a box. I have over 300 My Little Ponies, and a lot of those are Gen 1 My Little Ponies. This is a Gen 3 that I'm customized. That used to be a big hobby. I used to be really into customizing My Little Ponies. I made her wings. Those are custom made from Sculpey clay by me. She's a little dusty because she's just been sitting on the shelf, but you can see pictures of my Little Pony customizations on my DeviantArt as well. If you dig in the archives of my DeviantArt, you'll find them. So yeah, that's My Little Ponies is what I used to collect. Not so much anymore, sadly. Dolls are pretty much the only thing I have as far as collections go, unless you count books. But yeah, so that's collections. Number 3, where do you live and what do you love or hate not like about where you live? I live in Florida! Florida is pretty much hot all year round. We have like maybe 2, 3 a week at max, like winter. And even that's like maybe 30 at night. And that's like the coldest ever. And you know, we're like 60 degrees and we're in sweaters and bundled up wearing our flip-flops. Yeah. But I don't wear shorts and I don't like the heat. I actually prefer cold climates, but I don't care. I don't want to deal with snow. That's a whole nother bag of issues. So Florida it is. My family's here. I've been born and raised here. So I live about 2 hours from the House of Mouse. Yeah, I live about 2 hours away from the Magic Kingdom in Orlando. So not too shabby. Got a lot of different theme parks here. I've been to all of them. I guess that's pretty cool. You know, Wizarding World of Harry Potter is right down the street. Not really, but close enough. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And I live pretty close to Busch Gardens, and I actually used to work there. So next, number 4, TV/movies. So what's some of the television shows that I watch? I watch BBC Sherlock. Love me some Benedict Cumberbatch. Okay. Doctor Who. What else do I watch? With my husband, we kind of watch Pawn Stars a lot. I don't know why. It's just so fascinating to get some interesting facts along with like how much something costs. Like a rare coin from like Native Americans cost whatever. What? Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of one of the things we watch a lot. I was really watching How I Met Your Mother, but that's completely over. I also used to watch The Office, but that's over too. I was watching Almost Human. Oh my gosh, such a great show. They didn't renew it. Why? Do it. Bring it back. I love it. But yeah, so that's a few of my shows. Movies. My favorite movies. My favorite movie of all time is probably Princess Bride. As You Wish. You got it. Princess Bride. And I love Studio Ghibli movies. I can't decide between Howl's Moving Castle and Spirited Away. They're both my two favorites as far as that goes. But I love a lot of movies. Disney movies, total fan, that whole thing. Number 5. Anime. I watched lots of anime. I would probably say the first anime that I watched that I really actually knew I was watching anime and was my gateway anime to all anime was Sailor Moon. Yes, I was in high school and I was a huge Sailor Moon fan, so that says a lot about the future of me as of right now. So Sailor Moon, Kimi ni Todoke is my favorite currently. I've watched it both seasons, I don't know how many times. Natsumi in the Book of Friends, another one of my favorites. Holic! Love Holic. I've seen the seasons and the specials, I don't know how many times now. And yeah, so Holic is definitely up there. Lovely Complex, also really cute, one of my favorites. Skip Beats, I wish that they would continue the anime so bad, but I guess I'll have to resign myself to one day buying the manga. I Know Exorcist, Mushishi, Soul Eater, and Usagi Drop, and those are just some of my very current favorites. I just finished watching The Devil is a Part-Timer, like the second time, because if I watch something that I like, I'll watch it more than once. And that, of course, the list that I just said I've watched several times. But there's a ton. I mean, I don't know. My feelings are very vast when it comes to anime. It's got to have really good characters and really interesting plots. I did watch Inuyasha. I followed that like throughout the entire everything. That's another thing. I really like watching anime that's already completed. I did watch Free not too long ago. Loved it. Beautiful anime also makes a big difference. Like the animation, if it's really pretty, I will fall in love. Hulu, I've been watching a lot on Hulu lately. But yeah, so anime. So many anime. Number 6, music. What kind of music do I listen to? Well, I love Josh Groban, Michael Bublé, Colby Calais. Those are pretty much my big favorites right now. I used to listen to a lot of rock, and I listen to alternative, depending on my mood. I do also listen to a lot of soundtracks because it helps me concentrate on art and other things that I do. So a lot of movie soundtracks is kind of what I listen to, or classical stuff. I also like a lot of musicals, so Sweeney Todd's in there. Frozen, I could not stop listening to, and I got the special edition, so I've got not only the all the songs that they sing, but all of the beautiful music and stuff that got edited out of there. So that's kind of the music that I listen to. Number 7 is video games. I don't really play a lot of video games. My husband does / used to, but I do love Portal and Portal 2. I played through all of that. And probably one of my favorite video games, which unfortunately I haven't been able to play too much of, is Elo Milo. And that's what this little, I made this little charm for me. It's a keychain, and my husband has the opposite one. He's got the blue one with the little red friend. So yeah, Portal, Portal 2, Elo Milo, those are kind of the favorites that I played recently. But I'm not really much of a gamer, sadly. I know. Number 8, books! my other big hobby. I read. I read a lot. And I read a lot of fantasy and young adult and fantasy young adults. And I'm in a book club, so I read other books every month. I'm currently totally into the Cinder, the Lunar Chronicles series, and the Woodcutter Sisters series. I've read Enchanted and Hero, and I'm looking forward to the other books, Dearest, which is coming out next year. And I've read Cinder and Scarlet, and I just bought Cress from Marissa Meyer in the Lunar Chronicles. And a Rainbow Rowell. Totally read Fangirl and loved it. Listen, if you are in a fandom, if you love fan fiction, if you are a young person who maybe is about to go to college for the first time, Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell is the book for you. I mean, between the fan fiction and just her total awkwardness at college, it's perfect. But it's got so much more. It's so gripping. There's real life between the relationships of the girl and her sister and her dad and her mom and the boy that she kind of is crushing on, she isn't sure if she can crush on, the whole nine. And so it's a really great book. I completely recommend it, and that's Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I did also just buy Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell, which is the book that she is super popular for right now, and I do plan to read that soon. My to-be read pile is huge. Okay, this is my bookshelf for my dolls. I have a whole other bookshelf just behind here that's all books, and there's like an entire section of it that's missing because it's out on loan right now, and that's just how many books I have. I am the book girl. So that's books. Number 9, travel. Where would you love to go? I was very fortunate enough to be able to go to Paris, France last year. We went in May of 2013 to Paris, France, and it was lovely. I mean, you guys have seen some of the tea that I've brought back, I've talked about, and different things like that. It was a very beautiful trip. I would definitely go there again. I really want to go to Italy. My family is actually from there, my father's side of the family. My great-grandfather came directly from Italy, the very southern tip of Italy. See kind of where my family's from and my roots as far as Italy is concerned. And Japan! I want to go to Japan. Want to go to Japan just because, oh, that's cool. I love a lot of just the manga and the anime and things that I pay attention to. So I would love to be able to see that and experience Japan. And it's probably the third place that I really want to go to is London, or anywhere in the UK, but London specifically. My biggest thing on my bucket list right now, as we speak, for travel, I want to go to all of the Disney kingdoms, the Disneyland, Disney worlds around the world. I want to go to the one in California, the one in Tokyo, the one in Paris. That's kind of on my bucket list as far as travel goes, and because it hits some of the countries that I really want to visit. So that's on my thing. There's a little thing about me you might not know. Favorite food? Nom 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 nom. Number 10. Tea is my favorite thing ever, and it's not really a food, but I love tea, if you haven't noticed by my BJD and a cup of tea videos. Big time tea. I have an entire cabinet of just tea stuff. My husband says that I have a problem because of all my tea paraphernalia. But he might be right. I mean, you guys have seen it in some of my other videos, an entire cabinet of just tea. So that's kind of my favorite food, if you will, even though it's not food. I don't really know if I have a favorite food specifically. I like experimenting with Japanese cuisine, Mexican cuisine, and Italian cuisine. I've done some of the different mixtures of those, and those are kind of the 3 big cuisines that I go to a lot. Probably the Japanese, because of all the anime and manga that I read and watch, just makes you want to like eat the food. Especially like if you can't watch a Studio Ghibli film without wanting to stuff your face with some amazing food. So that's just kind of what I am for food. And 11, one random fact about me that you may not know. Well, you might not know that I'm gonna be a bridesmaid in my brother's wedding this weekend. Congrats, my brother. Yes, you wouldn't know that because I haven't even told you. I don't even know if you know that I have a brother. There you go. I also have a sister, and I am the oldest, and I am the only one married until this weekend where my brother gets married. But yeah, so that's random. Number 12, favorite color. Now this is the added list. There's 3 questions that have been added by others. Number 12 is your favorite color. I love shades of blue. TARDIS blue, turquoise, my blue walls of my room that's painted like the sky. Yeah, I really like blue. 13, lucky 13. Number 13 is, do you have pets? Yes, I do. If you've seen some of my box opening videos, you've seen my giant cat, my panda bear of a cat. Here's a photo. So that's my cat, Chai. Number 14, what do you do for a living and do you like it? Well, what I do currently, I'm a writer. Here is the current edition of these guys' story. Yeah. So you probably, I don't know if you can tell, but there's lots of red marks on these pages. That's what I'm doing presently, and I'm trying to get published and be awesome. And so I write. I'm a writer. I've written the Shylon's book 1, which is what you just saw. I also have another book, another, I guess, work in progress, you should say, called The Desire, with characters that are totally unrelated to these guys. And maybe one day I'll get dolls for. I don't know. It depends. But that's a different book. And Ghost Ink, which I only just wrote the first draft, which is like the raw, bare bones of the story. I wrote that over the winter holidays. So I have a few different things in the works as far as writing goes. I have a few short stories that are out on submission and different things like that. But yeah, so writing is pretty much what I'm trying to do for a living, and I love it, as well as make polymer charms and things. I have an Etsy shop that I do I try to sell polymer charms and necklaces and jewelry, as well as like BJD things. So that's pretty much all I'm doing as far as the living goes, besides, cleaning the house, taking care of all the food. I cook 3 times a day, practically every day, for my husband and I. So I take care of different things, managing things around the house. I used to be a graphic designer, like I was saying earlier. And that's what I do on the side sometimes. But writing has really taken up my focus right now. And writing is just one of those things that it takes a while. I can't tell you how many times I've rewritten their story and worked on it. So someday, if it happens, it happens, and you guys will be the first to know, because you guys have been there for me and you've heard all of their backstories. You know everything, stuff that's going on, and some of you are eagerly anticipating the day that I actually get to publish their story. But that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching the Non-BJD Autobiography Tag video. If you're interested, feel free to do a video of your own, answer these questions yourself. I will be posting, again, the original person who did the video, as well as all of the questions, all of the information that you guys should fill out, 1 through 14. So feel free to do your videos of your own. And look forward to more videos from me in the future, and more doll videos in the future. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye!